Cheers to being black, beautiful, and loving our skin.
Yes.
Cheers. I'm so excited to have my girl, my fellow chocolate skin gals with me. We have Coco, Isata, and Cotty Banks, aka
Goody!
So today we're going to be talking about dark-skinned girls and how the entertainment industry portrays us, and if the entertainment industry has impacted society's view on how dark-skinned girls are. So how do you guys feel like the entertainment industry portrays us? Do you think we have like enough representation?
We don't have enough representation. Let's keep it real.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
We don't. And the representation that we do get, it's not as authentic to what we represent as a
like
whole.
The average.
Yeah,
it's
not
not even
average
there.
dark skin girl. It's really not there for real.
I don't even know anybody that really represents
Yeah,
us.
like really.
Like
I mean, if we're gonna Bria Miles,
oh yeah,
definitely.
Big girl.
Seventh Streeter. You think she's dark skin, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
She's dark skin. Seventh Street. Wait,
But she's underrated.
While we're talking about that, are there levels to being dark skin?
No.
I mean, there are different shades of being dark skinned.
Yes,
but like to find a really like dark skinned person other than Lupita, which I would say like she's definitely in the limelight. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to like the music industry, I can use my one hand to count like really like how many dark skinned girls are out there. I feel like that we really don't have enough representation in the music industry to be specific.
I do feel as though like recently though we have been getting more dark skinned girls. Flo Milli, JT.
Oh,
JT.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's very true.
I'm trying to think of
There's
other
more
artists.
I forgot her name.
Asian doll, yeah.
Asian doll. Oh yeah,
I love
Asian
her.
doll. I
What's
almost
that
forgot.
girl that be in every video? What's her name? The really pretty one. I don't know her name.
Who?
Bernice Burgos.
Bernice is
But Bernice is
she's
like
brown.
brown dark.
I mean,
Yeah.
she looked.
But she's pretty dark
Yeah,
though. She's
She's
pretty
dark.
dark.
She's
Yeah.
dark
Okay.
enough to be.
My question though is, how do they portray us? Because to me, in my opinion, I feel like it's more like ratchet. Or when they do have a dark skinned girl on there, she's like either like mediocre. To me, that's how I feel.
It's either you're mediocre, and that goes for reality TV, or you have to be the full package when it comes to being on TV. When it comes to the industry, all that, you gotta be tip top.
Yeah.
Like body, booty,
Everything.
it's body yada yada yada.
Yeah.
But they don't have really a lot of representation for the skinny girls. And, you know, skinny girls, dark skin girls, they need their representation too. Like, it's not always about, you know, being curvy and thick.
Yeah.
And I feel like
It can be
one thing,
slim and beautiful.
yeah, and I think like one thing about being dark skinned, like that literally is your pass. A lot of girls, like they feel like they have to be thicker or have a bigger ass to pass. As a dark skin girl, at least be appreciative. I mean, if you don't have a really pretty face, it's like that's what guys are looking at. I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to being a dark skin girl, at least.
Yeah.
Whereas though, no offense to my beautiful light skinned queens, but y'all can pass
For
being
anything.
mediocre and not as pretty as the next, or not having the best body. Am I lying?
And
Chime in with me, y'all. Chime in with me.
And just because you're a lighter skin tone doesn't mean that you beautiful, you're gorgeous. Like, just like brown skin girls, y'all have your own. Like, not everybody's meant to be, you know, beautiful, gorgeous, whatever. Everybody has their own, but just because you lighter than me doesn't mean that you more beautiful or you surpass me in some kind of way. You're better than me. No, like we're all equal. Period. I don't
Okay, see, she said surpass. So do you guys sometimes feel intimidated? Because I feel like intimidated around light skinned girls.
Like I'm the bitch.
Well, if we're gonna keep it a stack though. Let's say you go, like, let's talk about, like, if you go to a different state, like LA.
Right.
My experience in LA,
That's a lot.
zooming on my face. It was pretty, not traumatic, but it made me realize how much of an oddball, like, people think beautiful dark-skinned women are. Like, I went out there with 2 light-skinned girls that are my friends. Like, I'm really cool with them. Really pretty girls, too. And I just noticed the difference in treatment, like, when we would go out. Like, it was more so they would compliment me like, yeah, you're beautiful, but here comes the dark skin. Like, they gotta add in there that I'm dark skinned.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whereas though, not to say that my friends are not beautiful, you feel me, but it's like incomparable. You know what I mean? Y'all understand what I'm
Yeah, I know
trying
what
to
you're
say?
saying.
And it made me feel a little bit uncomfortable because I noticed that men and women were doing that.
Well, so I know you get irritated when people point out the fact that you're dark or you're chocolate, but don't you think like that could also be a good thing? It's like for the longest time they've always linked dark to something negative, right? And I know a lot of you guys also get offended when people call you chocolate. But if you think about chocolate is something that people like. So why is it that you guys get like, or we get irritated when people call us Hershey or chocolate or something like that? I feel like that is something that we should embrace. We are that.
To be honest, I don't feel offended because, to be honest, honestly speaking, what light skin girl, what label do they have? What label do they have? Like for us, like we are edible, we're sweet, like we're dark and chocolate, but I don't really personally feel offended. Like light skin girls don't really have a name. Like y'all just light skin. Like there's not really. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about, but there's not really a name associated to light skin girls. No offense to y'all light skin girls at all, but dark skin girls, we have a name associated. I feel precious. I feel adorable. I feel like the shit. Like y'all giving me an ass show, you know, like well.
I feel like with this whole light skin dark skin thing, I really want to blame the men. Because, I mean, yes, I blame boys because they're the ones who put it out there in our faces a lot. Like, if we go back to when we're younger, the guys are the ones always doing it.
And even the ones that are, like, our
skin tone, they talk the same thing.
But I just feel like it's a history though. Like
yes,
our history,
generational.
It's a generational thing. Like it's always been if you were lighter. Like that's just like back in the slave days where the mixed kids or the lighter fair kids that were inside the house and the darker fair kids,
and the cotton fields.
It's always been like
But
that.
I feel like the guys, there has to be a certain point where we need to stop with and back in the old days. Okay, back in the old days that happened, but last I checked, we're in 2021. Y'all should leave that mindset that you know clearly that I am a dark skinned girl and I am beautiful. So I just feel like people always go back to, it's in our history. So what do we do now to change that? That's my whole thing. Like people.
No,
you're fine.
We teach our kids because it starts at home. A lot of times, I think it's what they learn from their parents or you know.
I mean, like that's like us saying. We're literally taught in our own homes bleaching cream. Like we're so like that's the beauty, light skin. So I can't blame men. Like I blame them, but at the same time I understand how they grew into thinking that that's the standard of beauty. Like being light skin, like that's a trophy. Like you see like a lot of I don't want to sound controversial, but like. You see like a lot of black boys when they get into like the football or a sport and they go and marry white women. You know, they're considered trophies, you know, like over dating a black woman. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like it's always been fair skin is like I made it or I'm with the best of the best.
But when do we stop that narrative? Like when do we stop linking being black into it? Linking being black to being ratchet or being like, you know how like a lot of these guys always say things like, I don't date black girls because they too ratchet, they too crazy.
That's another thing though. Like they be like, oh my god, you're so well spoken because you're dark skinned or you're black. It's just like that has nothing to do with my skin tone or my race. Somebody can be intelligent as hell and be light skinned or dark skinned. It has nothing to do with my complexion. Just because I'm black does not mean I'm dumb or I am less spoken or I don't have enough vocabulary as the next white man. No offense, but at the end of the day, it's like don't do that. Like I'm not dumb just because I'm dark skinned. Like I'm very intelligent. I know what's right from wrong. Don't tell me nothing. Like don't tell me nothing at all.
I mean, I just feel like there has to be a certain point where we just have to put a stop to that mindset, you know? I mean, we've been dragging this for so long. And it's like, okay, we know what the problem is. We get it. It started off in slavery days. But what can we do to stop that? Like, I feel like we're grown now. You have to, I feel like you just have to look at yourself and be like, okay, instead of me looking at skin tone, how about I look at the person? Let me look at the personality. because I feel like y'all seen the viral video that went around with the smashing pads.
Cause you thick. Okay. Period. You black.
They didn't even get the chance to look at the girl and really admire her and appreciate her. They just, oh, you too dark, move on to the next one. Like, yeah, I get it. Subconsciously, they link black or dark to ugly. So but I feel like now they should just really sit down and just start looking at people as people. This whole skin color thing, it's like, we can't change the skin tone. What do you want us to do? God made us this way. You know?
And I would never want to change it, just let y'all know that. Even in my next life, I wouldn't want to be darker, so please don't get that wrong conception.
Okay, but yeah, anyways.
And for the ladies that bleach their skin, just to let y'all know, like it's very evident, like y'all knuckles be black as hell. Y'all knuckles be black as hell, like it's. But you get what I'm saying? It's not even a light skin color. It's just there. But do you get what I'm saying? Like the females that be bleaching their skin, right? Yeah. Like it's not even a color. It's just there. It's like it's so obvious. Your knuckles be black as hell. Your elbows be black as hell. It's just like I can tell that you're changing your color.
I know. That's why I go back to you, like your self-confidence. Like you just have to sit down with yourself and look like, okay, you just gotta appreciate what you have. To be honest, so I don't blame these girls because society have their own. Society is, I don't know, structured to. They have their own standard of beauty that it like put in our faces every day on TV, and I get it. But now it's just like, okay. Stop being shallow. Stop looking at the TV too much. Now you look at yourself as a person.
When you asked earlier, what would be how would we solve it or
make ourselves like a change?
Like a change. It'd be more it's better representing ourselves. I feel like putting ourselves out there. Mm-hmm. A lot of these dark skin girls do not put themselves out there. You will literally you could go into a school, I don't even know, a church, whatever. You see so many beautiful dark skin girls, you just be like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I was thinking
I should be seeing you out on freaking New York Fashion Week. You know, something like that. Like, beautiful. I just feel like a lot of women need to have more confidence to put themselves out there. Like, take them steps, the same way these other girls are taking their steps out to put themselves out there. Put yourself out there too. I'm doing it. You can do it too.
And another thing I want to touch on, like that I've noticed, because when I was growing up, yes, my great grandmother was mulatto, like mixed, Lebanese, black. But something that people really need to understand is just because you're light skinned doesn't mean you're only obligated to a lighter eye color. Have you guys noticed that? Because there are people that are our complexion and even darker with bright blue eyes, just like a European dude, or a European person. That's something that I really don't like, because it's just like, just because I'm dark skinned doesn't mean that I'm wearing contacts automatically. Like a lot of people be asking me, oh, take out them contacts. I'm like, just because I'm dark skinned does not mean I'm wearing contacts. It's just like a skin tone. You're light skin, you have lighter eyes, that's fine. Just like a dark skin girl, they can have lighter color eyes. Hazel, brown, light brown, blue. It doesn't matter what shade.
Black people cannot have
certain lighter eyes,
like my grandfather,
or straight noses, or nice dip lips.
And he's very. My mom said that he looks like a Spanish guy.
That's right. Haitians. What else? Haitians and other. Descendants.
I just feel like it's just a lot of ignorance.
Yeah, I think it's ignorance.
Just because you're dark skinned does not mean you can't have certain features. You can have a straight nose, dip lip, just like Rihanna. You can have lighter eyes, just like the next white man.
Or light skin. Or white or light skin can have big ass nose, big ass ears, big ass eyes. Like it's not a stagnant feature. Like I don't like that they portray that all like black people used to have big nose, big lips.
Right.
If I'm looking around the room, we have fairly small noses.
Exactly.
Beautiful voluptuous lips though. You can't take that black can't take
the color cannot reside on anywhere. Like you're dark skin, it doesn't matter. Like you can have voluptuous lips, nice eyes, long lashes, it doesn't matter. The skin tone is just different. That's it. Literally, all of us have red blood cells, white blood cells. We bleed just like everybody else. Right. We're going to die one day. Every one of us are going under the grave 6 feet down. Period. There's no different at the end of the day.
Right. Yeah. All in all, we just have to be confident. People are always going to have their opinion about certain things. We as dark skin girls, put yourself out there. You have to be confident in yourself. If you're not confident in yourself, if you don't really believe in yourself, why would anybody believe in you? Even if you don't think you're beautiful, people are not gonna see it. Everything really starts from within, and your mindset as well. So yeah, if you're a dark skinned girl out there, be confident. You are that. Okay,
I like
yourself out there.
What's one thing each of us can give as an advice to our fellow dark skinned girls out there to like better put themselves out there?
But what I just said, put yourself out there.
Okay, you already went.
Yeah, I already went.
One way I feel like you can, or dark skinned girls can do that, is to remind themselves who they are and embrace their skin color. You know, just be you. And I don't think there's much to it. You just gotta be yourself and have confidence, like Ryna said.
Okay.
Facts.
Okay.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I never thought that on me. Yo, stand out. Okay, if you want to do a different hair color, do a different hair color.
Bright colors.
If you want to take pictures, if you're with your homegirls, light complector, it doesn't matter, and you feel like you look good as hell, and you want to take a picture, ask your friend, can I take a picture? Do not feel humble, shy, because you feel like you're gonna come off as cocky, conceited. Like real life, embrace yourself. Like literally embrace who you are. Because I mean, you'll get 100 times further than anybody else when you just being yourself 100% authentic. You know, so take chances. That's my advice.
Right. I feel as though we're all different in our own dimensions. Being a dark skin and being light skin, we are all assigned to our own skin color. So at the end of the day, you just have to deal with it. Yeah. And I feel as though being dark skin is a blessing. I'm not shying away light skinned girls, or I'm saying that I'm better than y'all. But being dark skin is a blessing. Like any other color, like odd colors, even like this pink glass right here, we can rock it like no other. Like there's no other complexion that can rock this pink color. You would really be surprised about what a dark skin girl can do with this type of complexion of a color. So all I gotta say is that we're blessed. Honestly. We're highly favored. We full of melanin. I love my complexion, and that's that. Any other dark skinned girl out there, embrace your color. You are the you know, you're blessed and highly favored, and that's that.
And I just want to make a conclusion. We're not bashing light skinned girls or trying to make ourselves, no, we're not doing that. You guys are beautiful in your own way, and so are we. It's about time people start embracing the beauty and being dark skinned. That's all we're trying to put out there. We're not trying to make anybody, you're better. No. You have your own, like she said, only you can rock you. Right. We can rock us too. Yes. We just want to shed light on that. You know, we're embracing ourselves, and I feel like they should start embracing the beauty in being dark skinned. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Wait, we should.
There you have it, y'all. You heard it from me and my homegirls. If you're a dark skinned girl out there and you're going through some bullying, or you're going through some hard times accepting yourself, just know that you are beautiful. You're one in a million. And I feel as though that I can fill in the gap for a lot of you guys, because I'm a very empathetic person. I listen well, and I feel as though that it takes a very special person to fill in the gap for certain people. There's certain things that you would explain and other people wouldn't understand, and if y'all have any sort of issue, I am here to hear y'all out. I'm here to support y'all emotionally, physically, whatever the case may be. I'm here.
Any questions?
Feel free.
Any one of us. Reach out on
Instagram. I'm gonna leave our Instagram handles down below, so you guys can reach out to us whenever you're free, whenever you feel like it.
And whatever you need help, we got you. We got your back.
Y'all are all beautiful. I love y'all. God bless y'all.
God bless.
Tissue.